possible. There's no way. They're going to decline. There's no way I get a game in 12 seconds. It's impossible, you see? Like, there's no shot. Of course they have to decline. No way. Okay, am I live on YouTube now? Am I live? I'm live on YouTube. Finally, thank you. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see if the internet is good during this game. That's all I can say. We'll see. I guess we'll see. All right, more BBC. Let's keep watching these dudes.
Okay. or just like sometimes it's even just a little bit in your jungle. Like think places that look safe
Dude,
are not
carries.
safe.
80 carry clearing the mid wave a little too aggressively when a solo lane is missing.
Yeah.
Or when there's waters hovering elsewhere.
And, and it looks very innocent. Like you might even be walking up not even halfway point on the map.
Or sometimes when I review, like I feel bad when I review this because it's like, oh my god, you just walked up like a fraction of a centimeter too far,
Yeah,
and
it's really
you got obliterated for it. Because, I mean, we might get into this. I might be jumping the gun a bit, but you also have to think about the perceived threat of those champions that are missing, because if they don't have threat, you can disrespect them, you know? So it's not as simple as like numbers advantage is the end of the discussion. It's almost like you were saying, it's just, you just have to be aware of it, and then you can start thinking.
Awareness is really the key to every, it's like if you don't have awareness, nothing else really makes sense. In a way, it should even become before neutral objectives, because in order to even talk about neutral objectives, you need to be aware of the map state. It is the foundation of mid-game, because in the early game, a lot of the time, you can get away with not being overly aware with the map because the map's not opened up yet. People aren't moving around. But in mid-game, the map, everyone's everywhere.
It's really like people view it as very boring or shitty coaching advice. You're saying it's like 70% of the mid game. Yeah, it is. Like, and it's sometimes really painful to review because
it is.
You don't know if they're aware, or like they might lie to themselves that they're aware. It's like there's different levels of awareness.
This is what a lot of, sorry to cut you off, Curtis, but a lot of coaches fuck this up. I'm just gonna say it. Like if you watch Coach Go on YouTube, they'll break down this massive micro sequence. You should have done this. You should have gone into this wave, and then it's like old mate sitting there in the chair watching the VOD. Like I didn't even know my trend in me was in base. Yeah. You know? It's like, and that's the whole point. End of conversation.
High intensity. This is where high intensity 3-blocking comes in. Like
lull state usage.
When I play my best mid game.
It's so interesting to watch the BBC podcast from like as a coach myself. It's way more interesting. YouTube volume is busted. Look at this. It's going past the maximum. What? What? It's going past the maximum.
Like locked into, I know exactly what every wave my teammates are pushing, every base. I'm even thinking about my teammates' item spikes. I'm thinking about, level 16 power spikes on champs, level 11. Like, you can't do that unless you're locked in and playing with high intensity.
It's the definition of Charlie's favorite, improvement by subtraction. That's what it is. If you want the most bang for buck, if you want free LP right now, anyone, just work on your lull state usage.
Just get 20% more focused in your mid game.
Yeah, just intake.
I actually agree with what they're saying. It was a moment I started being more focused myself, I started playing better and climbing again. It's so important to focus in your games, honestly.
20% more aware of the minimap.
Yeah.
That's it. Straight up. Improvement by subtraction.
As you're coming out of base, look for where your team is, 20% more.
Yeah.
And if you're a solo laner, being aware of the jungler. That's it. Even that information alone.
Yes.
Is
That's so true to see before game.
Pay massive dividends. And this is, you were talking about before about the whole idea about, why there is...
I need to refresh. 2148. My volume bar is broken. Guys, the Reddit check didn't display. You saw that, right? The Q pop... YouTube doesn't work. The Q popped and it declined instantly.
Level 16 power spikes on.
Like half of me wants to play, but the other half of me knows that it's going to be bad. This sucks.
On champs level 11, like you can't do that unless you're locked in and playing with high
It's the
intensity.
definition of Charlie's favorite, improvement by subtraction. That's what it is. If you want the most bang for buck, if you want free LP right now, anyone, it's work on your LoL set usage.
Just get 20% more focused in your mid game.
Yeah, just
With
intake
20%
information.
more aware of the minimap. That's it. And this is, you were talking about before about the whole idea about, why there is so much bad coaching out there. What they forget is that remember there's that beautiful flow chart. Every problem is either gathering information, then processing information, then execution. But what a lot of amateur coaches do, they go straight to processing or straight to execution. When in reality, we can't even begin to have a discussion about the macro game if you're not gathering information. If you don't know Dragon is coming up, then how the hell are we going to have a conversation about what to do? Because you don't even know Dragon's coming up. That's step number one. Gathering information is always step number one. That's why a lot of our first...
So true, because whenever I coach, a lot of times I ask somebody, okay, what do you feel you should do here? They tell me, they're exploring, I should probably go Drake or something. Or let's do this because of that. But they never really gather on the information first. They never look at exactly where their teammates are, the enemy team, can see where to go, what's happening. Like the step number one that you gotta work on, Just gotta gather information. It's so difficult. It sounds easy, but that's harder.
Coaching sessions and learning objectives typically revolve around helping people gather more information, and then we can build on those habits and use that information.
Yeah, and we can speak from experience that I can speak from bot lane. Like this is by far my biggest learning objective for just making people rank up.
Yep.
Just telling them to use their lol states. Like, because AD carry, like you're hitting your item spikes in the mid game. If you're, as Nathan would say, getting your team excited around those neutral objectives by being aware of their spawn, and you're fighting more neutrals, you're winning more games. It's just so simple. But it's almost too simple,
Now, the second part of this one, we said awareness and adaptability. Now, adaptability to chaos is the single hardest, but borderline the single most important aspect of mid-game. Nothing will go to plan. Everything will be chaotic in mid-game. To adapt to chaos is to remain open-minded, aware of the map state, knowledgeable about who is fed and weak, which we'll be covering next, and then the player that is able to change their plan on a dime and not get emotionally attached to any one play will likely have an edge. And this is where the what's next mindset comes into play. We spoke.
I forgot to check my Decay games. I Decay in 8 days, so I could play 6 games. No shot I'm playing 6 games right now with these queue times, but so a couple at least.
About this a lot on the podcast. You might do, and this is where a lot of people struggle. They see the dragon, they've pinged it, they've communicated it, they've listened to Uncle Nathan, they got the whole team excited about it. But then at the last moment, your top laner starts basing.
Just TP's top
or TP's top. Yeah. And it's like, well, we've done all this work, we've done all this preparation. And then people get so emotionally stuck with, this, we have to make the play work. We've invested all our time and energy. And they can't adapt. And then the adaptation there is, just got to give Dragon. No big deal, guys. I'm just going to go mid, catch a wave, whatever. And that is a very hard skill for a lot of people to develop.
Another level to that tricky one that I see actually in a lot of my coaching sessions is the mid lane mage, like a Victor or something, is split in top, has the TP. But if they TP into this fight, you're actually going to lose the fight. And you actually don't want your mage does not want to TP into this fight because a lot of the mages, they want to be there first and controlling the area. So sometimes people are like, wait, I'm doing all the right thing, but you need to...
You left during champ select, you have been returned to the party lobby. New page has been available. What's happening? Or some...
Except reality, you actually...
Guys, I'm sorry. The queue is back, look. I can't stop it. It's over. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I don't even know what's happening. I don't know. Internet riot, internet issues most likely. I'm dropping frames again. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's not mess with this when the situation is garbage. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Just to take a break here, And we play again tomorrow. And tomorrow, let me check. I might. We'll see. Might stream later in the day as well. You know? Because I kind of want to start doing it a little bit if I can. I'll try. And I'll stream later. Do my workout during the day. Just because tomorrow the weather is gonna rain all day. So it's not gonna be warm during the day. I can like do my exercise in the middle of the day, you know? So that's good. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Sorry that this happened, but I guess there's problems now with the internet provider and stuff. So I really can't do much about it, you know. Smart things to take a break. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.